The world of Gensokyo, despite its weakening barrier, has managed to be imperceptible to the vast majority of the outside world. Mostly. Kyoto, the near future. A college student happens upon a world almost like a dream. As a matter of fact, it just so happens that she is dreaming. She then relays these dreams to her friend, and thus the activities of the Ceiling Club. The Ceiling Club consists of just these two, and describes itself as a necromancer's sort of club, when in reality they research the supernatural and the possibility of the existence of parallel worlds. Most of their research is based on the Dreamer, who for simplicity's sake I'm going to call Maribel Han, even though her romanized name is something different and nigh unpronounceable. Something like Mairi or something like that. Anyhow, she majors in psychological relativism, which is a concept of belief that there is no absolute truth, only relative points of view from different groups of people. She also harbors an ability long since retained in the Han family lineage. She can see the boundaries between worlds, pass through them while dreaming, and even interact with and bring back items from those worlds. Naturally, this includes the boundaries sealing off Gensokyo. As of recent, however, this power of hers has grown even stronger, such that she doesn't need to be asleep to pass through these boundaries, and she can even show others what she's seeing by covering their eyes. This strikes me as one of those abilities that if Maribel isn't careful, it'll keep growing and she could lose control of it, and then be stuck in limbo between two worlds for the rest of her life. Fortunately, she has a good grip on it for the moment, though I imagine world jumping is forbidden for a reason, and she's even lost track of the difference between reality and fantasy a number of times. The other member is named Renko Usami. A physics major, she analyzes and discusses Maribel's dreams from an alternate point of view, there's that phrase again, and the Ceiling Club carries out its activities based on this. Hand in hand with this is her ability to pinpoint exact locations just by looking up at the moon and stars, effectively making her a living, breathing GPS. Through this method, she can even tell what time it is. Since Renko is not a member of the Han family and thus not able to pass through boundaries on her own, this story mostly revolves around Maribel, though Renko is her only confidant. The fact that we don't know as much about Renko as we do Maribel makes her the more mysterious character if you ask me. However, I'm sure most of you will disagree, considering speculation has it that Maribel is somehow related to Yukari due to their likenesses in ability and appearance. Some have even gone so far to say she is Yukari, considering Yukari Yakumo is a self-given name, and she sleeps about as often as Maribel is awake. As with a lot of the mysteries surrounding Gensokyo, this is neither confirmed nor disproved, as Yukari has shown absolutely no familiarity with Renko, let alone show she knows who Renko is. On top of this, a note was found in the bamboo forest of the Lost several hundred years prior to the founding of the Ceiling Club. On it were observations of multiple locations in Gensokyo, followed by the line, "I'm gonna tell Renko about it when I wake up." Considering the only relationship we know Renko has is with Maribel, this heavily implies that not only can the latter visit parallel worlds while unconscious, but she can also time travel simultaneously. These stories and more are glossed over in remote parts of the games and other media, but a major part of this information resides in their physical counterpart, the music CDs, starting with Ghostly Field Club all the way up to Neo-traditionalism of Japan. The first CD, Dolls in Pseudo Paradise, is more a predecessor to Embodiment than anything else, and the Unknown Flower Mesmerizing Journey CD was a Quake production Zun made in response to the Touhou disaster. Every other CD you'll find Renko and Maribel going on adventures in predetermined areas, figuring stuff out, and venturing to other worlds. What will the Ceiling Club do next, as they continue to explore these parallel worlds? Is Maribel really related to Yukari? What will Renko do if Maribel is unable to contain her power all of a sudden? Will her own power expand as a result, and enable her to go on a multi-dimensional adventure to save her best friend? That sounds familiar.